Hey, welcome. This is Summer's Tea Party, and we're going to be reading this book here from Jason Paul. It's called Lightning Bug Lights, and he's an actor, director, producer, just a lot of great things. And we can't wait for you guys to meet him. So, hey, Jason, you there?
Hey, hi, Summer. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm doing really good. How about you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
That's good to hear. So, can you tell us a little bit about this book, why you came up with this book?
Yeah, Lightning Bug Lights is one of 5. It was written back in 2009. It took roughly, we'll say a little bit of time to get it out there. Roughly 10 years in the making. Not because we couldn't have got it out sooner, but because I wanted to find the right illustrator to match my vision of the book. That's the hardest thing when you do projects. You know, we can all do projects and get them done and push them out there, but I really wanted to find somebody who could capture the vision that I had inside the imagination that I created with this book. Because with that being said, this book, it holds very true meaning to my childhood. When I used to live outside of Rochester, New York, we'd come back home to my grandparents' house in Pennsylvania. And right around June, into June, actually, into the first few weeks of July, my cousins would come down and we would all visit. And my grandfather would take us in the wagon and take us out to this field, and we'd go look for lightning bugs. And it's just such a magical, mythical kind of thing that takes place when you're sitting in a dark field and all these beautiful creatures are kind of floating around, flying around, communicating and lighting up. It's just an amazing thing to witness.
Yeah, they also did it in that Pixar movie with dinosaur. It was The Good Dinosaur. I believe that was the name of it. The father
Land
and
Before
son.
Time? A Land Before Time?
No, it's called The Good Dinosaur.
Oh, The Good Dinosaur. Okay.
Yeah, with the human pet. Yeah, his dad and him went out, and they went looking at lightning bugs too.
Yeah, it's just something I think that even for adults, you know, the idea of the book was if like Pixar and Disney kind of met, you know, Dr. Seuss in this time period, what could we create? And we said, you know what? It took us 12 months from this time I signed the contract until the very first book was completed. And then we looked at it, and then we went back and changed 7 more illustrations. Start to finish, it took about 16 to 18 months. And then we went through a number of test prints up until the point where we just released Lightning Bug Lights 2.0. So this is technically version 1.0. 2.0 has just been shipped to my house, so I just got confirmation on that. So that's exciting as well.
That's always great. All right. Oh,
You guys want to hear the story?
Yeah, let's hear the story.
All right, so this is what we call a cover page. So right here, it shows the name of your book, who wrote it, and who was your illustrator. And then when you turn the inside of a page, you always find the title page. And on the title page, you'll find information such as the title, the author, the illustrator, and then you're going to find something called a copyright and who it's published by and who owns the copyrights to the reserve. So with that being said, you file paperwork through the Library of Congress. You want to protect your work. That means that nobody can copy your work, and you own the rights to your own entities or your tangible work, which is the book.
Wow, that's really cool.
So we're going to start off with one simple question. Mother, why does a lightning bug light up at night? If you notice, you're going to notice there's a frog down here. There's a frog on every spread, a spread being 2 pages. So that's something really cool you can do, is always look for the frog. And there's a reason for that. So here we have the young daughter right here using her imagination as she's looking at a bug in her hand, and she's imagining in her head because her mom is reading her the story on the very next page. I do not know, said mother. I do not know why these bugs glow. You should call your brother, for he may know why these bugs light up at night. Their flashing tails are so beautiful and bright. So she ran to the phone as quick as can be and dialed the number and waited patiently to see. Brother picked up and said, "Why, hello there, Ida Marie. Brother, oh brother, can you please tell me why I see those little bugs light up the sky? Can you tell me the answer? Can you please tell me why? There's
Why?
the frog on the skateboard. Why?
Oh,
Another cool
I
thing
see
you
the
could-
frog.
Do you see the frog?
I see the
There's
frog.
another frog on the front page.
Yep.
Perfect. And the
I
really
can
cool
see it.
thing about this,
I can see it right here.
Yeah, there's the frog. Most people do not recognize this today. This is an old school telephone, which in my day used to hang on the wall in our kitchen. Today's day and age, we use these things called a cell phone. So we took our time with illustrations. We really wanted to emphasize the change in time and pay tribute to my era of childhood and the era of the time periods that the children that they grew up with today. Next page here. I do not know why those bugs flash when they fly, but I have an idea who you could try. You should wait till father comes home and then ask him why. Why these little bugs flash in the night. Their flashing tails are so beautiful, bright. Ida could not wait for father to come home, so she scrolled through the contacts on her mother's cell phone. With a quick tap of the finger and the sound of a ringer, her father answered the call, his voice like a singer. Make sure you find the frog. I'm going to ask everyone there to help out. Ready? We're going to sing together. On the count of 3, we're all going to sing hello. Ready? In your best rock star voice, which my rock star voice isn't very good, but we're going to do it anyways. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello!
Hello! Hello!
Father, when he saw the caller ID, Daddy, oh daddy, it's Ida Marie. Can you please tell me why those bugs flash their lights? I've seen them flashing, but only at night. Do you know the answer, or why it might be? Why they flash at night? For only I can see. Okay, got a little bit of glare there. Sorry about that. So there's a frog in here. I think, where's the frog at? Find the frog, Summer.
It's over
Look
here
for
with
the
poster. On
the
the
wall?
picture on where the dad is. Dad,
Yeah.
I see it right there.
There he is. There's Frog. And now on
See it?
this, the frog is hanging out in the room. Turn the page. Well, that's a good question, and I cannot tell you a lie. I do not know why those bugs light up the sky. When I get home, we will try. We'll try to figure out why they flash while they fly. The time seemed to stop, and it took forever and a day. And soon July was gone, and it already felt like next May. This is probably one of my favorite illustrations in the whole book.
Oh, really? Why is that? Why do you like it so much?
Just because the whole idea of, if you notice here, she doesn't really have a mouth. It's because she's not really talking. It's her imagination. And then if you look at how the calendar blows in from one page to the next, right? So we're showing the passage of time and how the time stopped. Because a little kid, in their mindset, they'll ask you something, and 2 seconds later, they're going to ask you again, because their sense of time and reality is way different than ours as an adult. So with the idea is, we wanted to pay tribute to the passage of time, and we wanted to really, really, focus on the different time periods of a year. And we all know a second's not a year. There's 60 seconds in a minute, there's 60 minutes in an hour, but we wanted to show that we could show the passage of time with the snowman and the beautiful butterflies. And she's on that old school telephone phone, which ties back into the original question of, brother, why does the lightning bug light up? Back on page 2. And then here we have the beautiful world and the dog with the frog. And then look at that, the fireworks go off.
Hey.
You like watching fireworks?
Oh, I love watching fireworks.
Yeah, I hope we get to see them this year. Next page. Before she could blink or even begin to think, a voice called out from near the kitchen sink. Ida Marie, if you are able, can you please help me set the dinner table? And with a kiss on her cheek and a pat on her head, Ida began to help Mother with nothing else said. When she was finished, she ran to her room, quickly tidying up her mess. She even swept with a broom. Then she played with her cars with a zig-ziggity zoom and tried to do a handstand, but fell down with a boom.
Boom.
Another really cool thing here we do with illustrations is we use the bubble from the sink, because you can tell, you can show certain characters are thinking in multiple ways. We wanted to be really creative. Instead of doing thinking bubbles or thought bubbles, we wanted to do bubbles from the sink to show what she was thinking. And then we move over to the next page. We see both of her two colored socks. We see her up here playing with her cars with a zig-ziggity zoom. And then we also see her down here sweeping. So we really, really took our time on the illustrations and wanted to lay out just a magical book. Like if you enjoy art as an adult or even as a child, we wanted to capture, if we could take an adult imagination and make you feel childlike. What do you think? What do you think, Summer?
What do I think about what?
Huh? The book. What do you think?
Oh, I'm loving it. I just love all the pictures and just the colors. It's really good. The artist did a real good job.
We're going on. I'm okay, she cried as her mother ran to see. Not even a scratch or a bump on her tiny little knee. That's good, said her mother as they sat down and ate. Father just called and said he was running a tad bit late. As the clock kept ticking and the sun went down, oh no! Edith's smile changed and grew into a frown. Mommy, when will Daddy be home? This is probably my second favorite spread in the whole book, a spread being 2 pages. This is very Alice Through the Looking Glass, if you can imagine. Very, very imaginative, very amazing artwork used as her imagination to unlock the true balance between the reality of them sitting down right here with the dog. Love the dog. Dogs are part human. Eating supper. Whoa, easy boy, easy. To the imagination of her, like remember how we talked about the thought bubbles? So this ties into the clock and the idea of the time, where she's asking a simple question here, looking at her own reflection. But remember, this is her imagination because the reality is happening right here.
Wow, this is really cool.
There's a lot of psychology behind this book. Go figure. With the jingle of the keys and a squeak from the door, Father dropped the briefcase straight on the floor. Edith soared into his arms like a bug in the night, wrapping her arms around him and squeezing ever so tight. Daddy, Daddy, did you come home to see? Those little black bugs are eating me. Why, yes, she replied. I would not miss it for the world. So this page is just bright, beautiful colors. It should make you feel warm and happy.
It makes me feel happy. It really does.
Happy is nice, huh, Summer? When you feel happy, everybody feels happy. Summer, do you know how to dance? Do you have a happy dance when you get happy? Do you dance at all?
Yeah, I do. I do have a happy dance. Here, let me show you.
Let's see it. That's fantastic. All right. We're going to move on to the next page. When dinner was done, Mother finished up the dishes while Father took Ida to tend to her wishes. He zipped up her coat with a zip-zippity zip. Mother said, we'll be back in a snip. The further they walked, the streetlights grew dim. They both greeted the night sky with 2 really big grins.
Yay!
All of a sudden, this might be the hardest frog to find in the whole book, but I'm gonna give you a little hint. He's on this page, and he's up in here. I'm mistaken. I'm backwards. Camera backwards. He's on this page, and he's up in here somewhere. Right there. All right, here we go. 1 flash, 2 flash, 3 flash, 4, 5 flash, 6 flash, 7 flash, more. There are hundreds of flashes from these lightning bug lights. These beautiful creatures flashing deep in the night. Daddy, oh daddy, look at those bugs glow. Do you have any idea why they do so? He smiled and replied with a twinkle in his eye. I believe I know why they light up the sky.
Oh, I wonder what it is.
I don't know. What is it?
I wonder.
Why? Those bugs flash and they glow. It's the way they talk, and it's the way they say hello. It helps them communicate while in flight through the dark air, flashing peacefully at night. As time passed, Ada's eyes grew heavy with tired. Still, she tried to keep watching those little bugs of fire. Up 1, up 2, they both rose. With Eda in his arms, they headed for home.
Wow.
Home they arrived as father tiptoed around. Shh. He placed Eda in her bed without making a sound. With a flip of his finger, he shut off the light and whispered softly, sweet dreams and good night. To all the lightning bug lights, sweet dreams to you all. And lightning bugs, good night.
Wow.
And
That was really neat. I really like that.
yeah, it's a really fun idea. Like I said, the idea was just to pay tribute to when I was a small child, to pay tribute to the children of today, and really to inspire others. Like I said, we took our time really landscaping at this book, and we learned a lot from it. We joke all the time about how easy, is the second book going to be a lot easier. Absolutely, we've learned so many tricks of the trade. In this first, I guess it's been about 2 years now, to be honest with you. Even with the launch of 2.0, 2.0 is very similar, but it's more in depth of the story. This first book was meant to be fun and meant to interact and enjoy, with the audience. That being said, some judges came back and said, hey, would you be willing to go back through and re-edit your book? And I said, absolutely. So I took the whole month of March, I would say, every morning, 4:30 in the morning, getting up and rewriting it. And it's funny because once you change one page, you change the whole entire rhythm of the book. So literally every page got, had something added or taken away to launch 2.0. And I'm really, really excited to share 2.0 with the rest of the world. With that being said, there's only 300 copies of the first print left and available. If you mention this Summer's Tea Party show, and you can PayPal me at Tea Party, not the Boston Tea Party, Summer's Tea Party. You can PayPal me at jasonpaul.180, and I'll discount the book online right now. If you go to the webpage, which is lightningbuglightsonline.com, it's going for $16.99, but because of the crisis that we're in, and I just think it's a great way to spend time with family is to read with one another. I will discount this book and sell it for $7, and then add the $1.95 for shipping anywhere in the United States. So for $8.95, I will allow you to own one of the last copies of Lightning Bug Lights. Because
wow, that's an amazing deal.
Yeah, without you guys, none of this is possible. You guys inspired me as much as I hope that I inspire you along my journey. And as we grow a fan base and we grow together, hopefully, we can continue to read together and put out more books.
Yeah, that's always good. We love reading books. We really do.
There's definitely something magic about reading, and I really stand beside that. Reason being is, like, reading is one of those it's one of the only things you can do to really sit down at a table by yourself quietly or with a child, and you can really transplant and put yourself anywhere you want to with reading. Like, I could be right now, I can sit here and hopefully this book painted a picture for you too, where you could be somewhere where you might not have lightning bugs, but it still brought the magic of bringing lightning bugs to you. We got into your imagination and hopefully painted an amazing picture for you to follow along. And that's just something that's the magic part of reading for me, is being able to relax my mind and take it and totally transpire or transcend somewhere else. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I'm a big fan of reading.
Yeah, so am I. You see by my poster, it says, readers are leaders.
Yes, readers are leaders. Readers are definitely leaders.
Okay.
You should always read. Reading right now is the perfect time to spend time with your loved ones, to open up a book and sit down and really have a bonding experience. It's just something that it's pretty special. It's something that doesn't cost money. All it takes is a little bit of time, a little bit of love, a little bit of magic.
Magic.
Magic. All right. Well, I want to say thank you for inviting me. I have some work to do. We are currently working on some other things, so it was so awesome to step away. It's been a long day for me already, but it's always a pleasure to hang out with you, Summer, and I look forward to more adventures and hanging out.
All right, thank you. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You too. All right, bye. All right, bye. We hope you guys all enjoyed this, and I hope you guys stay tuned for our other books that we're going to have and we'll talk to you later. I think I'm going to go take a nap.